Start being successful today. Stay tuned. Hey, this is Damon Cart from NLP Gym, bringing you cutting-edge tools and technology to help you create the life that you desire. So if that sounds good, please click subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get these videos on a regular basis. I was looking around on YouTube, looking at other people's videos who are sort of in the same genre as me, people who are in self-improvement and personal development and helping people create the success that they want in their lives. And one of the things that I noticed in several of these videos is how people position themselves to make themselves look successful while at the same time trying to make themselves look humble. So usually when somebody does a video in a car, it's a kind of a low production video. But the way that everything was positioned in a particular video that I was watching, you could see that the car he was driving was a very expensive car. It was a Rolls Royce, to be exact. They had the emblem on the seat behind his head, and it was clearly positioned so you could see that. There's nothing wrong with owning nice things. There's nothing wrong with owning a sports car, living in a big mansion. All those things are wonderful and they're great. But what I didn't like about this is it projects an image of what success is supposed to be. And you're supposed to want to be like these people. You're supposed to want to listen to them because they're projecting this image of success. He's driving a Rolls Royce, so he must know what he's talking about. And this is what you really want. You want the Rolls Royce. Now, you might want a Rolls Royce, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But what they're doing is they're basically creating this image of success, which isn't really real. Who this person is, I don't know. They're not bad people. I'm not saying anything like that. But what they're doing is they're creating this idea in your mind of what success is so that then you want it and then you want to chase it. And it's just not real. And when you go into that state of desire is actually a state of scarcity. So then you want what they want. You want what they have. And then you go into that, well, I don't have it yet, so then I must go chase it. And this is the idea behind selling. This is the idea behind marketing. Now, you may be thinking, okay, I'm in Hanoi, Vietnam right now. I might be doing the same thing. Yes, in a sense, I am. But what I want to convey in this video, what I want to get across to you, is that you define success. That the Rolls Royce, the mansion, being able to fan out lots of $100 bills or whatever, that's just an idea of success that they're projecting at you and saying that you should want this. Well, I've chased that myself. I've gone down that path. I even had one time where I wrote like all my goals and listed all these things out. I wrote one time that I wanted a yacht. I don't want a yacht. I'd like to ride on a yacht. I'd like to rent a yacht for a little while and go on a boat ride. I don't want to own a yacht. I don't want to own an airplane. Those things are expensive. They have maintenance, they have liability issues and insurance and all those things. Now again, there's nothing wrong with owning those things. If you want a boat, great. If that's something that is really in your heart's desire, then go for it. But when you're watching these videos, mine included, and you see me doing things or other people doing things that are supposed to be success, don't believe that. Don't go with that. I'm not defining success for you, and neither do these other people. I might not make as much money as the person in that video that I saw. I definitely do not own a Rolls Royce. I don't own a mansion. But right now, I feel extremely successful. Why? Because I'm doing what fulfills me. I am in, like I said, Hanoi, Vietnam right now. I just came from Hong Kong, and I love to travel. This is what I love doing. I have the freedom to do this. I have the money to do it, which actually isn't all that expensive. And this is success to me because it's what I want to do. It's how I define success. I don't care what other people call success. I don't compare myself to those people, and neither should you. Riding around in a fancy car, riding around in a yacht or helicopter, any of these things are really cool. If somebody offered them to me, yes, I would absolutely accept them. But the worst thing is to go working for them, believing that this is what success is. And even worse than not getting these things, even worse than wanting these things and not getting them, is wanting these things that aren't really what fulfills you and then getting them. Because what happens is you get them, you make all these sacrifices, you take all this time, all this effort, you work for these things, and then you get them, and then they don't fulfill you. Then you have to either do one or two things. Get very honest with yourself and say, okay, I made a wrong turn here, and then figure out what it is you really want, what really fulfills you, without comparing yourself to others, without believing how others define success. Really getting into what you define success as, and then pursuing that. But actually, most people don't do that. There's a lot of wealthy, miserable people because they acquire all this wealth, they get all these toys because this is what everyone else thinks is success, so they go along with that. And then they get it all and they're still miserable. Or in fact, they're even more miserable because they made all these sacrifices and worked so hard to get things that don't really fulfill them, but to impress others. So they usually go into a state of denial, and having to pretend like these things give them that fulfillment. And so they keep pursuing and they keep going for more. Why is this not fulfilling me? I have to get more, I guess. And so they keep working and keep trying to acquire it, and it just never happens. A few years ago when I first started surfing, I really don't surf anymore. I'd like to get back to it eventually, and I probably will. But when I first started surfing, I had a surfing mentor who was in his 70s and still surfing. And he said, Damon, how do you know who the best surfer is out there? And so I'm thinking it's the person who catches the most waves, or the person who can do the most tricks, and I'm trying to come up with all these reasons, and he just said, no, the best surfer out there is the one having the most fun. And you can apply that to your life, to your success. Who is the most successful person? The most successful person is the person who's living the most fulfilling life. And that doesn't matter if you're living in a small town in a small house with a crappy car, but you have, say, a great family, and that family really fulfills you, and you love your job. That's success. That's greater success than having billions of dollars, lots of toys, lots of celebrity friends, but you're miserable inside. That's not success. Check out my website, nlp-gym.com. There you'll find some free NLP training as well as some free hypnotic inductions you can download straight to your phone, your tablet, or your desktop and start right away and get immediate access. Also, check out NLP Gym on Facebook. There you'll find out whatever it is I'm up to, if I'm putting out a new online training or giving away new free stuff, or maybe doing a talk in your area. So like and follow on that as well. I also have a private Facebook group called NLP Gym Facebook group. And if you like this video, please click like right down here. And also, if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Take care.